Welcome to Nameless Debate Radio, where radioactivity is contagious.
Whoa, what the fuck are you on about?
Well, I'm giving independent arguments as to why
Can I
this
ask you a
is.
quick question?
Sure.
So I'm just curious about exactly how you're defining God, because generally, there's some connotation of creation attached when people refer to God, and so I'm wondering how you distinguish that sort of God from nature itself.
I'm defining God as reality. Reality, the predicate reality is the most general possible predicate. It can apply to anything possible at all that we can see or think about.
Okay,
Right?
so your position is that minds know everything.
On some level, everything is connected to everything else.
On some level, no, it's
No,
the
hang
level
on, let me
that we're
talk.
talking about.
On some level, everything has to share a connection in order to be in one reality. So on some level, yes, everything is connected
In one
to
reality. So well, so there's just the minds, though,
You
right?
deny that a whole bunch of different things connected in one reality?
That's not an answer to my question.
No, this gets to the heart of the question. You know, there's
Huh?
a whole bunch.
I know. I asked you a question.
Connected to one reality. They all have to be connected.
Okay, are they just minds? Are there just minds? There's nothing outside of the minds.
No, there isn't. It's just one mind connected to itself.
It's one mind connected to itself. Then what does it know?
Self. It can't know anything else. Just like you know your own.
It doesn't know anything else. What do you mean by that?
It knows its own mind. Just like you know yourself.
The mind knows its own mind, and that mind
Yes.
knows its mind.
I am that I am that I am.
I am that I am that I am. That's your position.
First one. God in the beginning was the Word. The Word was God, and the Word was God. God is that He is.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay.
Your identity is I am that I am, which is a circle. That's the only way God knows His identity. He is that He is.
Yeah. So I just wanted you to clarify your position. Your statement is that they're just minds, right? Well, actually, how do you know that they're minds? How do you know that it's just not your mind?
Mind is the only thing we know fundamentally.
Okay. Whoa. How do you know that there's other minds? If you want to go this deep into solipsism, how do you know that there's other minds?
Yeah, there is other minds, but they're all connected in one mind.
You're cutting off.
There is other minds, of course, but they're all connected. They have a shared connection.
Okay, how do you know that there's other minds?
I believe he's using induction.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, induction. So you don't know it. It's just something that you deduce.
How do I know there's an external reality?
Exactly. Right? Exactly. So now my point is, exactly. Exactly. So my point is that you're saying, oh, well, there's other minds, but then there's nothing outside of those minds, but you use induction for both of those, right? So why are you accepting one but not the other? Why don't you just say, I'm the only mind?
Yes, but it's the same as
out.
You can't, the solipsism, you can't escape it because the only thing you know directly for certain is your own mind.
Okay, so is that your position?
You have to start from your mind and infer that all of reality is being generated by your mind.
Okay, yeah. So is that your position?
Yes. Everyone is God. Everyone is generating existence through their minds.
Okay, well, but how do you know everyone is? How do you know it's not just you?
I know my own mind exists and it generates reality.
Yes, okay, so how do you know that there's other minds? How do you know that there's other minds?
I know they're generated by my mind.
Okay, then why don't you think the external world is generated by your mind? What do you mean?
It's generated by the mind. Everyone's mind is generating the external world.
Okay, yeah, but how do you know that this is not just your mind? How do you know this? Because you want to go this autistic into solipsism. How do you know that?
Certain is my mind.
Huh?
Right? The only thing I know for certain is the existence of my mind.
Okay, so that's the only thing you're claiming to know. Or are you trying to claim that there's other minds
outside of me, that folder, everything is being generated by my mind. So I'm God, and so is everyone else.
Well, how do you know that everyone else is God? You just know that you're God.
Yes, it's God dividing up in parts. Have you ever read the Vedanta, the Hindu Vedanta, or the Jewish Kabbalah?
But why are you saying God is dividing up into other parts? You're assuming that there's other minds. Why are you assuming that?
Otherwise, everything is just one thing. It has to divide up.
Yeah, just your mind
with itself. So it's my mind generating reality by dividing it up into parts and interacting with it. Just like we're both in reality.
Okay.
We're both in reality now, which means
well, I want to just say what you said. So now you're saying that it's just your mind and your God. And you generated all these things from your mind.
Applies to everyone. Yes.
How do you know that applies to everyone?
Because everyone's a mind generating existence.
How do you know? You're just you making that claim about yourself. You're saying that Oh, well, I mean, I experience these things, but how do you know that other people don't, or how do you know that they experience them?
You do experience them because they're being created by my mind. I'm creating them to experience it.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone is doing.
So you're God and you're creating minds. Are you creating my mind?
Everyone is creating the reality. Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Whoa, your mind is creating my mind.
You can't pull your minds out of reality and say, well, does reality still
Okay,
exist?
whoa, Omega. Your mind is creating my mind.
Yes, and your mind's creating my mind.
Can I ask a question? So I exist because you think I exist, and you exist because I think you exist. Is that what you're saying?
But we all think we exist simply by knowing that we think that we are, because we exist. We recognize we exist because.
How do you know other people do that though?
They do, because that's how reality is structured.
How do you know that?
It's an external construction by my mind. That's how I construct them to be.
Okay, yeah. So I'm a construction of your mind. My mind is constructed by your mind.
You gotta have this guy debate Dark Dawkins, man.
Well, good luck trying
to get out. Is that your position, Omega?
Good luck trying to escape solipsism. If you're actually even remotely familiar with solipsism at all, you'd understand that you can't actually get out of it, because the only thing you know directly is your own mind.
Okay, yeah. So that's not an answer to my question.
No, because you infer through induction understanding. So
it's induction.
You can arrive at is that your mind is generating existence. So you are the ultimate reality, and everything is.
Okay, yeah. So I'm saying, do you think?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah. Okay. No.
But there can only be one ultimate reality.
Okay. Shut up, David. Okay. Do you think that you're generating my mind?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think I'm generating everything outside of me, not just you. I think I'm generating all of reality. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm coming from you.
Why am I doing this? Because
are you the ultimate mind?
Yes, everyone is.
Are you the ultimate mind?
Yes, I am. Everyone is.
So you are God. Okay, man, I got you.
No, but so are you. Everyone is. Everyone is God. Everyone has God within them.
No, now you're saying everyone is God, but you're basically just saying that because you generated everyone because you're God. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so did you. This is what God does.
So how do you know that I did?
God creates reality, man. He gets all these different things and he unites them in one thing, connects them all together, so they have a shared level of identity. But then they differ on different levels of identity. That's how existence functions. If you deny it, well, do you see two different things outside of you at all? What connects them together? So they're the same on one level, but they're different on another. This is how reality works. It has all these different things, but they're all united in one identity, so you can say this is one reality. Despite the fact that they're different, they share a level of similarity, and denying that is absurd. And you already take that as a necessary precondition of logic.
So you're saying, okay, it's like you're saying.
Can I attempt to rephrase your position too?
Okay.
Yeah, can I attempt to rephrase your position to ensure I'm understanding correctly?
Dude,
So
what I think it is, and I'm doing this.
What I think you're saying is that essentially, like God exists, and He has created the universe within His mind, and because we are a part of that universe, we are also like a part of this greater being's mind. Is that your position?
A part of the universal mind, yes. It's the same as saying you are in the universe, you're not separate from it. So in an important sense, you're the universe not observing itself and talking about itself, right? Otherwise you say, no, well, I'm outside the universe. Of course you're not, right? So if you're in the universe, you're made up of everything else is made up of. It's the universe made up out of itself, right? So right now we're the universe talking to itself and having a discussion about what it is. So you see, so it's one reality, one universe, having a discussion about what it is, right? Because it's being generated by itself, right? Only reality could be made up of itself. You can't say, well, reality's made up of something unreal. No, it's not. Only reality can compose itself. It's everywhere the same as itself, but it differentiates itself because it's trying to solve a paradox of what it is. It's trying to figure out what it is. Why do you think we're having this discussion in the first place, where we're unsure about things? We don't really know what is the real theory. We have differing opinions. Why do you think we're having this? If everything can all be solved, we can never even have a discussion and talk about anything. So there has to be a way where reality is uncertain about what it is, right? But it still needs to be certain on a level where everything has a connection. Otherwise, we're not all together in the one reality talking to each other. We're inside separate universes when we're not interacting. No, it's all contained and wrapped in one reality, where we say we are all together in the one identity, the one reality. And I say everyone knows this. Because why? How do they know it? Because they know reality exists. It's a tautology. Otherwise, the possibility of the contrary, nothing would exist at all. right? Nothing would ever exist. But clearly that's not the case. So reality has to exist by necessity forever, by its own nature. Otherwise, you just
Okay,
have
yeah.
Wait.
So wait, do you think that I disagreed that reality exists?
But you don't understand what you're
It's
when you
also-
agree to that. When you agree to that, you're saying reality.
What are you saying?
Reality, you're implying.
You keep cutting off like a lot.
Well, when you assent to me that reality exists, that's actually a huge, massive assent. Because if it doesn't exist, then we can ask other questions. Like, well, what's reality made up of? Well, it can only be made up of
Okay.
what else could make up reality? So it's the
Okay.
same as it's universally the same everywhere you go. So everything has a connected level, and we can say it's different. The only conclusion we derive is reality is the only thing that divides itself up into parts and makes it into different, distinct things. And so that
Okay.
on some level.
Okay, Omega, do you want to go through this like one?
I don't know if through my last talk it might have been all cutting out constantly. So maybe none of my points actually came through at all.
I mean, not many of them. Okay, so your base.
I'm not saying anything controversial. I'm saying things that we all know, we naturally know as a necessary precondition of intelligibility. We know existence exists. How do we know it? Because we know it. It's a circle.
Okay, man. Okay, look, my contention was that you're saying that there is nothing.
You cut out, dude.
I did?
Yeah, you keep cutting out as well, man.
This is fucking terrible. Okay, Omega.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. If you can hear me, if I'm
God,
not
fucked him up so bad his mic messed up. Oh, Omega.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so my problem is that you're saying there's nothing outside of mind.
Yes, because on some level, I'm equating mind and reality. I'm equivocating them.
Okay. Do you think that there's something outside of?
No, because listen to what you're saying. If you say it's something outside the mind, your mind can never know it. So it's irrelevant. It's nothing. It might as well be nothing. Might as well not even talk about it.
Okay, so that's a no. You
No,
don't. You think that if you think mind stopped existing, there would be nothing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, because the proof of the impossibility of the contrary. If mind stopped existing.
Okay. Well, I didn't ask you all of that. I just is this a yes or no? So I want to go through.
No, I'm not just because I've got to clarify what I mean. That's why there's a hidden meaning there. Because if mind stops existing, reality stops existing, and this means reality can't stop because the proof of the contrary, right? If reality stopped existing, there'll be nothing that exists at all. But given that's not the case, reality there has to be something that just exists in and of itself, and that thing is just existence. It can't be destroyed. Like, have you ever read Spinoza or anything like that? You can't get around this.
Okay, man. So here's my is that you're saying that there's only minds. Okay, if minds stopped exist, there would be no existence without minds, right? That's your.
Because you can't observe reality.
No, I don't think that's his point. He's saying that everything exists within a mind.
Yes,
okay,
so you
shut
can't
up, David.
find out reality and say, well, reality exists outside of our minds. How can you even look at it? If
Okay, so just reality exists inside of the mind.
Yes, God's mind. Yes.
Okay, so if the mind stopped existing, there would be no reality.
Yes. So the mind can't. So if it's a necessary precondition for reality exists that the mind exists, then it's a necessary precondition that the mind exists. So the mind
and there's nothing outside of this mind.
Why is that a necessary precondition?
Because you
can't. I don't want to go down that man. I want to go down a different man. So
all minds out of reality and say reality exists without any mind around to know about it. That's just silly. There has to be a mind.
So you're going down.
What underlying structure supports the mind?
Yeah. So here's my point. Okay, yeah. Here's my point: is that you're going down the solipsism meme. So now I'm gonna do this. Huh?
Okay. Yeah. Go on. Sorry, I keep cutting out.
Yeah. Are you good now?
Go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So here's my point: you're going down the solipsism meme, and I'm gonna ask this question: how do you know that it's not just your mind that exists? Because
when you say it's a meme, it's actually a coherent philosophical position. Right? Don't dismiss centuries of arguments over solipsism, millennia of arguments of solipsism. It's a meme. Now, come on, mate. It's a serious thing. It's a serious argument.
It's not that serious.
Wonder why I get all acting up, but you keep calling me a meme. I'm being serious. I'm giving serious arguments for my position. I'm not being a meme.
Yeah. Well, Okay, then but you're not. You won't answer my questions like directly.
Take me seriously. I'm being serious. I'm not joking around.
Okay, neither. I'm actually making arguments too, man.
Hey, but you just insulted me before. I wasn't insulting you, and you wonder why I get all upset.
No, because you were acting like an ass. No, you were acting like an ass before. That's the main reason I'm being like this.
In what way was I acting like an asshole?
What's going on in here? What's the debate about?
Okay. So anyway, you said
that's just stupid.
Yeah, you're going down this solipsism thing, right? So now my question is, how do you know that it's not just your mind, and how do you know that there's other minds?
I know that it's my mind. It is. All I know is my mind. I am the ultimate reality.
Okay, so you're saying you are the ultimate reality, and that reality is God. So your mind is God, and your mind knows everything.
Yes, and everyone's connected to everything. Yes.
Okay, how do you know everyone's connected to everything? How do you know that? You're saying that it's just your mind that exists, right?
Yes, and my mind, because if it's only my mind existing, I need to explain why there's an external world that I perceive outside of me.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, so there is an external world.
No, but I only know this external world indirectly. I don't really know it. The only thing I know is my mind.
So you're saying that there is an external world outside of your mind?
Yes, but it's being generated by my mind.
It's not as, I understand his stance, but it's not as the way that he's putting it.
Dismiss solipsism and all these arguments like they're just memes. Well, you're here for serious philosophical discussion. Then refute solipsism. How do you know anything?
Dude, stop being so butthurt.
Framing your stance in a particular way that.
So how about we change the topic here? Let's talk about something more interesting.
No. I want to keep going down this path.
Yeah, dude, it's really.
No, I want to keep going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, dude, this is really memey.
I mean, may I
go down?
So yeah, I want. Okay, Omega, I just want you to say that your mind knows everything and that you're God. That's what I want you to say.
My mind knows everything and I'm God. Yes.
All right, man. All right.
And everyone has this.
Wait, but didn't you say that there was external reality that your mind had to be perceiving, or no?
Yeah, but I'm creating it.
You're creating the external world.
Wait. Are you equivocating
you think you're God.
between your mind and the universe?
Have you never read Kant or anything like that? Like, can we even get into the deep discussions if you guys are aware of the technicalities?
No, I'm just trying to reduce it down to. I'm just reducing it down to what you're saying, man. That's all. I'm just trying to understand.
That doesn't mean it's false just because you reduce it down.
I didn't say that it was false. I can't prove that it's false. Right?
I don't know why you're doing it. It just seems like you're being.
I can't prove. No, I'm not.
So you are trying to demean it in some type of way.
No, I'm demeaning. I think it's absurd, right? I can't prove that it's false, right? I just think it's absurd. Like if a guy goes outside and eats shit and he's like, it tastes good, I'll be like, okay. I mean, I can't prove that it doesn't taste good to you. But
right. So you say it's absurd. Absurd to what standard?
Absurd to my standard. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so do you think your standard is the standard for absurdness according to the entire reality that everyone has?
According to my standard.
So is your reality shared by everyone else? Maybe to him it's not absurd.
Yeah, exactly.
Is your standard of absurdity the adopted standard for everyone in society?
Oh shit! I love it.
That's a fair contention, honestly.
So are you gonna respond to that or just not say anything? So according to my standard, I think you're absurd because you're a low IQ mongoloid. Does that make my standard the basic standard for everyone in society?
Okay, though. I mean, I can try to prove your position wrong by getting like an IQ, but I can't prove this my actual IQ.
Look,
right?
I know what position you have. You're just really bad at philosophy, and you can't back it up. That's the problem.
No,
you're trying to say that you can't prove the existence of God, but he can't as well because he has to adopt.
No,
logic,
it's not even about God, you degenerate. What the fuck?
What is it about then?
Okay, so you weren't even following the conversation.
Okay, go ahead and update
me. Then. You fucking
go ahead and update.
You have a fucking philosopher.
Keep it civil.
I still managed to like shut you up. You're very stupid.
Kind of like a part of a thing that was kind of said. Oh yeah, shut the fuck up, dude.
So you joined the conversation like 3/4 of the way through. You can't just assume you know everything about the conversation.
Yeah, like shut the hell up, man.
Oh, you go to philosophy? You're autistic. You're autistic. Yeah, you're very good.
I addressed that specific point he made. I didn't address the rest of it.
Yeah, well, I don't understand this idea. You want to proceed to a serious discussion, but you start off with insults and calling me a meme and autistic.
I never called him autistic.
He's kind of a meme.
I used his own logic as a counter argument.
No, dude, no. You act like I said it's absurd, therefore it's wrong. I didn't say that.
Regardless if you think he's muting or not, insults shouldn't be happening at all.
It seems like you haven't muted him yet. He's used many insults, but that's
he
okay.
has. He's been calling me a meme and autistic. Him and his other buddy. They don't comprehend my arguments. They don't actually attack the arguments. They just attack character. They can't comprehend the arguments. Maybe they should go back and read some philosophy. How about that? How about get some expertise? What are you talking about? We call me a meme and autistic.
Omega, are you referring to one person in particular?
Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe, and join us in the Nameless Debates Discord. We hope to see you there.